Disclaimer. This game is a work of fiction. Any persons, people, events that resemble true events are purely coincidence. And with that, hi, I'm Keegan, this is a Bunch of Gamers. This is our 212th episode of Werewolf the Apocalypse 20th Anniversary Edition, Breaking the Chains. I'm going to go around and have my players introduce themselves.
I'm Tyler, and I play Kyle, also known as Guards the Low. He's a Philodox of the Children of Gaia.
Hi, I'm Sam. I play Cora. She's an Aruna in the Geta Fenris.
Hi, I'm Adam. I play Mark Guides the Fallen, and he's a Thurge of the Children of Gaia.
Hi, I'm Sean. I play Zeb Speaks-in-Sweet-Whispers. He is a Theurge of the Silent Striders.
Hello, my name is Riley, and I am playing Dimitri Howls-In-Memory, Lupus Galliard of the Bone Gnawers.
Hi, my name is George. I am playing William Grows-Matrices. He is a rune of the Glasswalkers.
Last time, the Pax had entered New York and found that there was a turf war between the corporates, the police and the military, and the mafia, as well as several scattered neighborhood groups that attempted to keep their homes safe and their communities intact. Time waits for no Garou, however, and they had to find the sacred fetish, whose seeking which was placed upon them by Owl. The Pax entered a den realm and found the artifact, a looking glass that allows them to see weak points in Bane's armor. The Pax then returned and were greeted by Matthias, who they had not seen for some time, and decided to have a few drinks with and reminisce about times they've had. The Pax then decided that it is time to try and arouse the Rabble, a large group of bone gnawers who have mostly taken themselves out of the Apocalypse War. Now, they stand about thinking on what to do next. And so, you've returned to the Sept, you've gained some rest again, and you need to start asking around about where to find the Rabble if you want to try and awaken them and try and get some more help out of them.
I mean, firstly, it'll probably be Rummage if he knows any that are around. And if there's anyone here from Cripple Creek, if any of those folks that we rescued that we knew that kind of fell in with that crowd are here, same thing. Those would be the first few, I think, that we would talk to see if we could get some leads. And be very above board about it. Like, look, we need some help with some shit. We're not there to fuck their world up. We just need their help.
So you go to Rummage. He's working a soup line as you see them going, oh no, special spices, everyone, you gotta hang on, as they're like breaking down benches and putting them in a giant pot and stirring them with several bone gnawers to create food for the fresh homeless people. And then some of them stealing some actual like spices and things like that, put parsley, basil, and salt in it so it doesn't taste completely tasteless, and they start ladling it out to the people outside as they're like, this looks like wood. It's just bad supplies, man. You know how it is with how things are. Yeah, I can take a break. Alright, I'll be right back. As he takes you guys behind the makeshift tent, kind of sits down, lights up a cigarette. Hey, what can I do for the ill omens and Fomori's bane?
We have a plan. Well, we have an intent. We want to track down some of the Rabble that didn't decide to be here. We want them. We want their help. We want to try to get their help. Part of it, I think, to Kyle's idea, and Kyle, let you speak more on it, was to maybe take advantage of the fact that Pentex took the high hard one when the market shit the bed. The other part of it, though, is maybe we can have them do some violence and destruction on our behalf that could arrange things in a way that we might have a little bit better control over an area. A small area, but an area that we could control nonetheless. Try to help the people that are here a little bit more. Put them to work in a way they don't feel like the Garou jackboot is, fucking on their neck, but at the same time they're giving us a little bit of help. And I'll look to the others for any input they had there.
Basic concept is that with Pentex's fall, there are likely a ton of soft targets that have resources that the city could use. And if we hit those targets now, when they're either undefended or weak, those resources get into the hands of everyone, even if it's just the Rabble who end up with it. It still helps everyone here, Garou and Hamid alike. And if we wait too long, those resources will end up purchased and will end up defended.
Get behind that. Well, I'll let you know that most of them I know of are up in Yonkers. They're getting closer to the more bougie people, partially because they're raiding houses and things like that, because the ones who had the money to leave did. And also, they're trying to get people in areas that are not as at risk to radiation zones and things like that, like us here in the heart of the shit, you know? Let's see. There are a few you can probably reach out to. Julius Branson is a bonar. He's pretty popular with the Rabble. Only a Cleoth, never really got behind any kind of Garou stuff, so never pushed renown, but is very, very popular amongst the Rabble. Many of those who may even have higher rank look to him for leadership.
That seems like a good choice for us. It would also be helpful, obviously, we'll compile our own list, but if you know of any stores that were Pentex run in the area, or Pentex subsidiaries, whatever the fuck, it'd be helpful. Save us a little bit of time.
Yeah, there's at least 2 Heinrichs in the area, and I think there's a King's Brewery nearby as well, or at least distributor.
Distributor'd be even better.
Well, good luck to y'all. I'm gonna finish this and then I'm going back in. A lot of hungry mouths.
Thank you. And your work matters. A lot.
Oh, don't worry, I sure fucking know it. Especially at night. Soup by day, breaking skulls of fucking jackboots, cops, and mobsters at night.
Stay safe.
So you guys spend a couple hours going up to Yonkers.
Yeah, Keegan, I'll get a map. You know, tourist one, whatever. I'll steal one. Doesn't fucking matter. And it's really, as we're making this move, what I want to determine, you know, Zeb as best he can, and we'll take our time doing it with William's help, to look at like who controls what area. If it's like very clear military presence, like mark it. If it's very clear like fucking, you know, mob or just criminals, like, because it's blatant or otherwise.
Yeah.
And the plan is, if we end up trying to get Shadow Dagger in with some influence, I just want to know what we dealt with as we made our way up and who controls what.
Got it. So yeah, central New York City especially, right, and the Manhattan area specifically, are primarily controlled by corporate interests. When you start getting closer to like Brooklyn, Long Island, that's more of the military, and then you have like the Bronx, Lower Manhattan, and then some parts of Brooklyn are mob-owned, with some of them doing insurgencies coming in through Jersey City to do raids against some of the other factions.
Fair enough, thank you. Part of me makes me wonder, fellows, if we had maybe one group of mobsters disappear enough to kind of fill that vacuum, if we couldn't take advantage. Because I like the idea that we get back into, you know, bootlegging booze and selling shit that we've stolen on the market. It could be something to help. And I think I have in mind the guy that could run something like that. But we'll deal with that after this.
Fair enough.
Well, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
And William, if you could try and figure out all of the soft targets, I suppose, that we could hit. Just reference the list of all of the companies that went under, and see if we can find things. Theoretically, even if they don't have food, if they have computers or something like that, that's still something that you could sell as part of that endeavor.
Yeah,
All right,
I could do that.
That search will be intelligence computers at difficulty 9 minus your academics.
Okay.
Alright, you find a couple. You find a few kind of like smaller finance offices that seem to be part of the Pentex network that have gone under. So they have like computers, some financial information and data that is sellable, especially from various corporate interests, smaller ones, but it looks like they financed some corporate mom and pop stuff through private equity, trying to like buy them up and things like that to bring them more into the Pentex fold.
Okay, that's a great start.
Yeah. Sorry I couldn't get much more than that.
No, we have more time. There will be. This is the first part of the list, right? Like, hitting these could lead to more places by itself, and the days that it'll take will lead to more and more. So, this is perfect.
I'm glad I can get somewhere.
All right. So, with that, you guys start heading up to Yonkers after a couple hours of searching, I take it?
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys head up that way, you steal your map, all that. Could I get an intelligence streetwise from the highest?
That's not me.
Nope, not me.
All right, you're one ahead of me. Do you actually have Streetwise as skill? Or is that your... Yeah, you do, obviously.
I do.
If you throw 6. If you're throwing up 6,
Yeah.
Stupid question. All right, well, yeah, you got one more than me, man. Go for it.
Fuck, this is supposed to be Dimitri, you know?
Hey.
Rest in peace, but...
What?
Riley's just sick.
Good luck, listeners.
She has a
Look,
cold.
You don't show up in front of me, I've lost you. You're gone, I miss you.
That's right. It's up to the listeners to determine what's disinformation and what's not.
I'm so sorry. Was that a diff 6?
Diff 7, please.
Diff 7. My apologies.
All right. You do find Julius. He's near some of the, he's actually closer to the, what am I looking for? He's closer to the Hudson River, hanging out near Hudson Park, keeping an eye out, it seems, watching the riverfront for something. He's an older man, early to mid-40s, some salt and pepper going on in the scruffy beard, hair kind of matted up.
Stop describing me.
Your hair's too short to be matted up.
That's fair.
Kid's lost.
William and I will hang back because there's some of the other things I want to look at with him. So we just roll 6 deep up on this dude randomly and think he's about to get fucking shanked.
Fair enough.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
So I did activate persuasion.
Okay.
And I will call out as I approach, friendly as I can. Julius, do you have a minute to speak?
Maybe. Depends on what we're talking about.
The city, mostly.
City's gone to shit.
That it has. But I was hoping that you and some folk that you know might be able to better it for yourselves and the people around, if you were interested.
Might be. Depends on what it is. Once again, you want to talk a little more plainly? We're kind of a lone kid. Like, shit's busted. We're the only ones here.
All right. You've heard that Pentex went under, yes?
Hadn't heard shit. Don't have a TV. Hard to have one on the street.
All right. Well, Pentex went under.
Good.
Bunch of other shitty companies, too.
Also good.
But all the shitty things they were doing, everything that's just simmering right under the surface, is likely to be bought and distributed to a bunch of other companies. Some that are just as shitty and some that will become shitty because of whatever fucking things they discover.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
On top of that, right now, a lot of those things are undefended, just sitting there, waiting to be raided. Easy to prevent some of this stuff from falling into other people's hands, and on top of that, some of those things include grocery stores, distribution centers, places that, if raided, could really help everyone.
Certainly trying to work me.
Yup, that's true.
You're honest, kid. I like that much. What tribe are you with?
Children of Gaia.
That's real fucking surprising, then. I gotta suck your dick first, or do some sort of sex ritual to make sure that we know we're in fucking cahoots?
No requirements, but anything you'd like to do, I'm not gonna stop you.
I think we're fine. Thank you.
No, I am Kyle, guards the low, Philodox of the Children of Gaia.
Julius Branson, Ragabosh Bonar, for what it's worth.
It's a pleasure to meet you, and I'll put out my hand if he wants to shake it.
He looks at it. gives it a shake. Firm, like, hard grip handshake.
Obviously, we're worried about the state of the city. This isn't our city. We're not from here. We spent time at the Sept before it fell, but that's the most that we can say.
I know.
But
the old hag talked about you plenty before she went up and joined the mother.
yeah, but we just we want to improve things as best we can before we have to move on.
Well,
And we think this has a good shot.
you got a list of these soft targets for me? I can check with the kids back home.
We do. We have an initial list. We haven't vetted to make sure that every single one of these places is completely uncovered or anything. We haven't done that work. So I can't promise you safety, but also if you find one of these targets is iffy, skip it.
Fair
There are
enough.
plenty.
Yeah, that might do. We got folks home, new kin or potential kin, join our ranks. Though it doesn't seem like any Garou are being born regardless.
No, none that we've heard of either.
Well, Kyle guards the low. That is doable, like I said. I'll talk to Brianna, see what she has to say.
Okay,
But
thank you.
we can.
And if possible, we can find more targets for you. But you know this city better than we do. We can let you know, since you don't have the companies that went under.
Yep, I hear. Call this as he gives you this tatted piece of notepaper. It's got a number to a payphone. It's one of the last ones in the city, and we keep it well defended. Thurge bound a spirit of electricity to keep the power on, and then we just keep it connected to the phone lines.
Okay, thank you. Zeb, did you have anything extra that you wanted to...
I mean, I'm assuming you'll come back over after you kind of talk to him with that number, etc. Because William and I didn't walk over, so
Yeah.
we can peripherally take advantage of what they do as we pass them targets on this. So that's a good call. The things that I want to find out, and when William and I are here, that's one of the things we'll probably go over, is if there's one place in particular, kind of closer to where the Garou are, shitty holding location, warehouse that we could maybe take. And depending on the feedback from Kyle's conversation with Julian when he comes back, then Zeb will place a phone call or at least a text to Oliver saying that he wants to meet, and that we have an outline of a plan.
That always goes well. We have the musings and the outlines of a plan.
Well, and the thing is, I have an idea for summoning a spirit to try to kickstart this to make it to our benefit for the Garou to own a place or
Sure.
take over a small portion here. It's just a matter of getting it synchronized, because the Rabble are going to do what the Rabble do. Zeb's going to have to take advantage of that, and try to direct some others to assist him in a little bit more orderly way to make it work.
Sure.
So step one, I want to find the easiest place that we could take over that's like an abandoned piece of shit that fell through the cracks real estate-wise for Pentex, and that's when we'll look to meet up with Shadow Dagger there.
Okay. One actually is because it wasn't shitty enough, and it was kind of a cultural center in some way. Basically, they didn't have a presence on Pier 17, and Pier 17 has kind of ceased being a trading hub, happy kind of place, because there are a few warehouses there. But it ceased being that after the nukes started taking stuff out, and it wasn't seen as super defendable or, greatly desired. The mob sometimes sends folks down there, but that's about it. So if you're going to head towards Pier 17, the big thing, right, is you will have to, it'll take about, you'll want to go the next day, essentially, just because of travel time, walking around, avoiding checkpoints, shit like that. Right. And the Umbra's not much better, if, in fact, it might be worse.
No, yeah, and that's the thing, we're doing this over land, so I just wanted to describe what we're doing for the sake of brevity, is
Sure.
to that point, taking the circuitous route to make sure that we're safe, to secure a spot, knowing that we might have to fight for it and secure it. And then the idea that if indeed there are some cronies that happen to be around, we figure out who they work for, and we're going to see if we can make an avenue for our boy Shadow Dagger to have some things work to his advantage.
Perfect. Let's see. So, get there. Next day kind of thing. So it is January the 22nd. And I will need... you do see a couple guys showing up. And I will need Pain Chain. So I'm not sure what that roll is.
It's, goodness. Sorry, perception investigation. Perfect. And it's a diff 8. So.
Thank you. All right, so you find out that this guy has a boss named Alberto Anastasia, and his boss goes up to Greg Alito, and Anastasia's a kind of like middleman, turf guy, and Alito is a mob boss.
Yeah, just to finish that off, you don't have to give it, but it does also give us like face basically. I can see their face in my head.
So yeah, so
we'll be able to recognize them.
Yeah, Anastasia's kind of a bigger, leaner dude. Got a single scar going down his jawbone. Has a bit of his ear cut off. Brown hair, blue eyes, and then Alito is a pudgier man, probably in his 50s or 60s. Wide nose, white, salt and pepper black hair. One eye is white from blindness. The other one is brown. All right.
Zeb will just do the regular old Google search to see if Mr. Alito, is he a high enough level that he has a Wikipedia entry and appears on the news?
Yeah, he's got an entry in Legally Distinct Online Encyclopedia. And
fair enough. Yeah, we get that. We'll get that one in post.
Yeah. And looking through it, right? Yeah, he's got nothing. He's got a couple charges against him. Nothing's ever stuck. It seems that he is the descendant of one of the original five family crime bosses from the golden age of the mafia in the early 1900s, 1920s, 1930s, and has been a big part of it. There's more recent updates about his initiative for security protection and claiming to just be a good citizen.
I think we have an opportunity here, rather than kill this man, to try to take advantage of it and see if we can manipulate him a bit to introduce the new made guy and try to work it to our advantage with a little bit of extra help.
Are you, out of character, are you suggesting we join the mafia?
I'm suggesting that Shadow Dagger joins the mafia and we're going to help him join. I mean, you can also join the mafia. I think that'd be amazing. But and I will describe this in character. My idea is that if we can, in a way, ensure that spiritually Shadow Dagger is made, this may allow for us to infiltrate a piece of this and take advantage, and with his abilities manipulate a portion of the way things go here and work it to our advantage. I'm going to ambush him with this information and dare him to say no, so this will be especially fun once we get the ball rolling. But that's my thought. Originally I thought that maybe we would just kill this man outright and create a vacuum, but I think there's a better way to do that, especially if he's old enough and has some respect. We can maybe have some legitimacy. This still means that we're manipulating a lot of mortals. It feels very much like the leeches, but I think we can maybe copy their way of doing business to a degree and make it just better doing it ours. What do you think?
Seems like an interesting idea. I very much like the concept of telling Shadow Dagger that he's in the mob now. That I feel like, yes, I'll like his reaction to that.
I think that we could perform a series of crimes, attributing them to him, meeting the cheminage of a spirit of organized crime, and have our boy's name made, even if they don't know what he looks like, and then he appears.
I feel like I have a concern, but I'm not quite sure I know how to express it properly. Is organized crime not a product of the Weaver? And I feel like Shadow Dagger, if I remember right, he's not a Glasswalker, is he?
He is not. He is a Shadow Lord, and that is a fine concern. to be more specific, the spirit that I would look at would probably be the old spirit of what organized crime meant for the neighborhood. And so maybe like an offshoot of that. I'm using organized crime very, very blanket wise, but really a spirit of what old time New York neighborhoods would be. Some old spirit that's been lost for a long time and bringing something back here. But yes, less Weaver, more, think 1920s, not 2020s. Originally, organized crime fought against and provided for people that lost to their overreach of the government. In this case, it's the brutality of the government.
Yeah.
I think you can find one appropriate, but no, it's not a wisdom for you at the next moot, Cora Two-Hearts.
I did ask about that today, actually, or yesterday. I think I could get behind that.
It means that the nature of the things that we will do outside of what the Rabble do, and I think because I'm not an expert on these things, this is going to be the straight up search of what old mafioso things were off limits. So it's okay, no women, no kids, no drugs, and we're going to pick a couple of crimes to go commit to attribute to some dude by planting the seed, and see if we can make it work as part of a ritual for summoning this spirit.
All right.
Well, attribute all the targets the Rabble hits to him.
Okay. Right. It'll be a extended ritual that Zeb will perform as we're steal a truck full of booze. The Rabble pull off some shit, and see if we can pull it off.
All right.
Thoughts, anybody? And I encourage all of you to do your own creative thing.
Let's do a round table of crime.
Round table of crime, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cora Two-Hearts, what crime are you doing?
Said no women, no children, no drugs. I don't know. I feel like
all the fun ones, Sam.
I know. No, I feel like why stray from what we're good at, right? And we are good at fucking cops up. So I feel like that's crime on crime on crime. And I feel like that'd be good for us.
All right, how you fucking up some cops?
Can you move on to someone else's idea while I think about it?
Sure.
Thanks.
Kyle,
hey,
what crime are you doing?
Keep it to the theme. We might be able to work them all together.
Oh, yeah. The time-honored crime of arson. I will be burning down one of the military checkpoints, I think.
Wonderful.
One that is... I'm going to choose one that I suppose is busy during the day, empty at night. Obviously still manned, just from civilians and such. Probably one that deals with it doesn't leave the city, I guess. So it's from area to area within the city.
Okay, sounds good. All right, let's go with William. What crimes are you doing?
Give me, come back to me if you can. I'm sorry.
Sig, what crime are you doing?
Well, I think gun smuggling might be a good crime. So those checkpoints that checkpoint that he's gonna burn down, whatever weapons are left over, I'll snag over and I'll hand over to the kin and whatnot that we're protecting.
Okay, Sean, what is your contribution to crime?
I think what Zeb will do to be a little more thematic is, he'll go boost some cash and just engage in the old pastime of racketeering, and so it'll be a little bit of bribery, a little bit of old school work. Because it'll be some time. So Zeb will put this is ritually doing this, but it's to kind of bring back the old timey crime, and so he'll do that as part of it. And this is a lot of him traversing the area in his movement to support the summoning that he's going to do.
Wonderful. And William, what crime are you doing?
I still couldn't think of anything, so I think I'm just gonna go to
online bookie. Bookie. No, straight up online bookie.
Rob an ATM. Rob a bank.
Okay.
I was gonna say just beat up more cops.
Bookmaking. Yeah, or beat up more cops.
Yeah, beat up more cops. Yeah.
You got a
Charge
gun.
them
Go
too much money.
wrong with that.
It's a gun so
You do.
easy a child could shoot it.
In fact,
Child already
has. You've seen the news.
I think the online bookie would actually be a good one, just
Okay.
to lean further into the tech.
Sounds
But the
good.
beating up cops is a really nice alternative.
Well, the thing
Sure.
is someone fails to pay up, and it's a cop. Win-win.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Oh.
Okay.
You get to be the bookie and the enforcer. See?
Oh.
That's true. There
Oh,
you
and
go.
those cops that Cora beats up, I'll take their guns too.
I just like
Yeah,
the
I'll
idea.
just
Cora
take
shows
the
up, beats a
guns.
bunch of cops, and then Mark's like, yoink, yoink, yoink. I'm a gun runner, and then runs off into the night.
Yep. I'll do a double tap. I'll punch them in the face after I take their gun.
It's me.
I'm a gun runner. Boa.
All right. Cora, how do you want to beat the shit out of some cops?
Well,
Both.
Yes.
Let's hear it. I look forward to your creative responses. Anyway.
So, I was thinking that, so I kind of want to stick, how you said, like, intermingle them. I love Kyle's arson idea. I think that's pretty great. So I feel like if we were to, murder and beat down some cops that are at the checkpoint, right? That'd be super sick. And I'm thinking that there's going to be some, like, we got to kill them all, right? Because why leave anyone alive? Especially if we're being Garou and we're using our gifts and things, it would suck to leave anyone alive. And so I'm thinking, I'll leave it. So I'm thinking, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, Dice Maiden is I will not. Fingers crossed,
Needs
Dice
you
Maiden
all
is
to do that.
nice
If
to
you
me.
kill him, it's like Ollie the Knife leaves no witnesses. Ollie the Knife sends his regards. Like, no, like it needs to be like Ollie the Knife needs to be the one that. Yes, please do that. I know. I just thought of the name as I was
wait.
walking back and forth. Yeah,
Is Shadow Dagger's name Ollie?
his first name's Oliver.
Oh,
He's Ollie
I
the
love
Knife.
that.
So Ollie
I
the
love
Knife has to have a name. And when I summon this fucking spirit to do this shit, and I back the Elder
Yeah.
Shadow Lord into becoming Ollie the Knife. So, because he's my dear friend, and I'm here to look out for him.
I love that. Anyway, I'm thinking, some decapitations are in order. Maybe I feel like if we hold them in the fire a little bit, that might be fun. The fire of the arson, things like that. However, I don't know if Dice Maiden will be kind enough to me to let me do some of the things that I want to do.
If Kyle does it at night, you can be in a better form to just rip the shit out of people. Or use your hammer to break them.
Oh yeah, hammer's definitely on my
Hammer
list of things
at
to
night
do.
in Glabro.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I like the idea of that. Yeah.
Yes. Cool. So
Night and
we'll need Kyle to do his arson, which how you plan on doing that? What's the plan?
I mean, so it's dependent on geography of the place, basically, but the idea is that I'm going to approach, likely from shadow, from the side of a building or so, right? On the lookout for guards. If I see one alone, or like in a booth or something, I'm gonna dazzle them. Just make sure they sit quiet and don't do anything funny. And I'm going to likely use just liquor bottles, preferably the shittiest that still burns, right?
Yeah.
And as I assume other military folk or cops or whoever are at this checkpoint come out to check on the fire, I'll just, as I remain hidden, just keep dazzling as they come out, just
All right.
kind of just sit to the side.
Okay.
And then, let Cora do her business and let Mark do his business.
Okay, that works. So, let us get... You do find one. So, you're gonna dazzle... We'll say the dazzle works. I guarantee his willpower is not high enough. He's just some fucking military fucking grunt on the bridge, like willpower 2 or 3 at best. And just mathematically, it's very unlikely. As you start setting up, I need... Just for you, I need a... either Dex or Charisma Stealth, whichever is higher, and how you're going to do it. Because if you do the Charisma Stealth, it's you looking like someone who's trying to go through the checkpoint, sneak around, and then dump the liquor to set it all ablaze, right? The Dex one is to physically sneak around guards.
Okay, yeah, Charisma Stealth it will be then.
Cool.
And what was that diff?
I'm going to go with 7.
7.
You succeed. It goes up in a blaze of glory. And this is like 2 days of planning, right? Just to get stuff going, things like that. It goes up in a blaze of glory. Cora comes out. Cora, you're in Glabro. Every success you make is a dead cop.
All right. How many rolls would you like me to make?
How much rage are you willing to spend?
Let's see. Do we have a new rage based on the moon?
Yes. So there's been several moons. There's been like 2 nights of moon, so you're probably at full rage at this point.
Sick. Then I'm willing to spend 6.
You can only spend a number of rage equal to half your total rage round up.
Yeah, I have 9 is my...
What's half of 9?
8.5? No, it's not
no,
8.5.
No, sure isn't.
So
that's staying in. They have to know.
No. 4.5.
You round up, so 5. So you can get 6 actions, spend 5 rage. Thank you.
Yeah. 6 actions, spend 5 rage. Please don't keep that in. That was the dumbest shit I've ever said in this whole thing.
What's half of 9? 8.5. My God.
I promise I'm not really stupid.
You're getting your performance anxiety out right here, right now, so Dice Maiden will give you great rolls.
Please, I really hope so. Oh my God. All right. 8.
Yep. 8 again.
What did you say about performance anxiety?
All I'm saying is you said 8.5 and Dice Maiden said correct. Alright. 0 on the 3rd. 7.
And 5.
Yep, so that was 5 rolls, right? So you need one more. Because you get
yeah.
Yes, you get 6. There you go.
There we go.
In one of New York's deadliest rampages, a total of 34 officers were killed in the line of duty from a soul killer. Though no gunshots were heard, the police believe that a silencer was used, though it seems that the bodies were desecrated using some sort of heavy object to mutilate the bodies of the officers who came in after an attack on a military installation on the Lower Manhattan Bridge.
Nice. What did you have? 30 something? Damn.
34 cops.
34 cops.
So.
And I do. I talk about Ollie the knife.
Ollie the knife, huh?
Ollie the knife.
And this is when Zeb will be handing out money to certain people like, Ollie the knife says you're doing a great job. The old man brought him in from the other side. And we do a couple little payoffs here and whatnot. And it's a visit Zeb will use Beyond Human to boost his manipulation and his appearance, not be a hideous beast. And so with that preternatural manipulation, he will go out there and freaking grease some palms and calm some things down in the aftermath of what's occurred. Everyone can make money. We'll be all right.
All right, could I get a manipulation subterfuge diff 4 because of all the money you're handing out?
I will boost that manipulation to 6.
All right, you succeed. Word about Ollie the knife starts coming out over the next few days as well. As I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit to Jan 26. All right. For our booking, we're going to have old William roll intelligence computer. Diff 8 minus his larceny.
Wait, Keegan. January
Yes.
26th is past the date that we were supposed to be in DC, wasn't it?
You might be right.
Because if we jump that far, we need to not be here.
Got it.
What are we back in DC for?
What? It was for killing the president?
Oh, right.
Like for the literal revolution?
Right.
Maybe.
True.
All right, yeah, fair. So we'll go
We're
to
late.
January
We're late.
25th. Jan 25th.
All right. There you go. And what will culminate here is once he does that, Keegan, that's when we'll place a call to Ollie, like, come to this place, wear a suit.
Yeah, well, during all
Examples,
this, the others
sorry.
will be doing their roles. It's just the online booking is the one that takes the most amount of time.
Right.
All right, so William, you'll give us that roll.
Yeah. And you said diff 9 or 7?
8 minus your larceny. All right, you get some successes. And Mark, I am gonna need I'm gonna need either manipulation larceny or dex larceny, whichever is higher, for some gun smuggling.
No. Still doesn't leave me much, but I'll give it a shot. Could I use willpower to get an auto success?
Sure can.
Heck yes. So I'll roll this with that in mind. Hey, 3 successes. Woohoo!
All right, cool. Zeb, your ritual to summon an old crime boss is going to drop the difficulty all the way down to 5. Or a spirit of the old organized crime.
Right, because this is going to be the ritual in which we have our boy made. I will mulligan that to get
What
a better
a
roll.
horrid
please.
roll. Good lord.
Yeah.
4 1s. There we are.
All right.
So the spirit arrives almost instantly. You see the fine suit as its body moves, and its body seems to be crafted of cigar smoke. Behind it glow 2 eyes that almost look like muzzle flashes. And from its mouth, its teeth look like the cherries of cigars. What do you want that has brought me here to you?
And Shadow Dagger's here at this point, and
Yes.
I've just revealed to him what I've done to him.
And he's pissed.
Yeah. Mighty Don, your warrior on the street here, Ollie the Knife, has done plenty to bring back the old ways to the neighborhood. Bring back the things like family that we value, taking care of the people, having the people look up to what we do, not the scum that this has become, and certainly not a fucking government that doesn't give a shit about any of our ways or what we've done before.
Shadow Dagger in the background.
this man has
that
taken upon
sounds
himself.
fucking familiar. As he's glaring daggers at Zeb.
It's this man's leadership and the initiative alone that makes it happen. It's his neighborhood that he wants to bring for the Don here and make sure the people are taken care of. And we want to see him recognized for the work he's done in your family now.
He is here as he pulls out a cigar and gives it to Shadow Dagger. He grips it a little too hard, like you see a little bit of the tobacco spill out as he bites into it. You have been graced, and your reputation will go far. They'll look at you and see the true eyes of one who can lead them. They'll know Ollie the Knife. You'll get respect. Thank you, Don, he says, his fist clenching and shaking. He starts to move his hand towards his onyx clave, looking at Zeb before letting go of it forcefully. He looks at Kyle and seems to be doing some real mental math about if he can kill Kyle fast enough, then his Gaia gift will not put him in a stupor while he kills everyone else. I appreciate it as the spirit nods and goes, bring back family, bring back respect to the practice, to the business. And the spirit starts to dissipate the smoke first, and the clothes kind of like horizontally clap into non-existence. I will be in a den of leeches. Vampires like the crime families. But I suppose I was given an offer I can't refuse. As he bites the cigar in half, the red cherry falls out of his mouth, and he spits it out into the ground.
This is still your home. I knew you wouldn't agree. We need you here. We need you to do what you do best here, and you're going to be needed going forward. And you know my thoughts on the matter. And you know why it was unconscionable for me to not have you here doing something where you had control. And that's it.
When it is my turn to move you like a chess piece as you have done to me, I will remember this. And one doesn't sacrifice knights and rooks.
I'll be dead long before that.
And so it takes about a day to head back to DC. The streets are swelling with people. Some of them armed, some of them just with signs. The military wrapped around the White House as people are screaming with anger. It is a powder keg, and it is very close to going off.
We better get in there and do something before someone steals our idea.
Who wouldn't want someone else to get all the glory, right?
So I'm not great at sneaking.
Well,
how are we gonna get it there?
I think our first bet is to talk to the local Garou again. Obviously, we can see what's happened, but we need to know exactly how it went, what troubles they've had, etc.
Yeah, so things are, going crazy. The number of people here, the number of shootings that have happened. The military has used a tank to run over protesters when the streets were too thick for a presidential caravan to go through, killing about 50 people. Everything is on edge. Some people have started leaving the protest after military equipment has been going into the streets and driving over people, killing them. There's been a couple targeted shots in large gatherings. But there's now been cases of soldiers who've been shot, some strung out windows, and others who have been shot, mutilated, and thrown onto the White House lawn.
Damn. That's sick.
Pretty metal
on that one.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, we still could. Like,
that would be derivative,
Oh, come on. No, homage. We
still have those military uniforms?
You sure do.
Oh, we could
What are you
probably
thinking?
make use of those.
Alright.
So, the military equipment that you mentioned, obviously you called out a tank specifically. Is that equipment surrounding the White House at this moment, or is it more spread throughout?
There's some
DC?
spread throughout, but there's at least 5 tanks near the White House, some of them behind the fences and things like that, and on the White House lawn, ready to fire as people try and ascend the gates and the fences of the White House.
How far can a tank shoot?
Farther than you'd
Oof.
like.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case. I'm thinking that we commandeer one of those tanks that's not at the White House and shoot it at the White House. That would certainly start things.
I mean, what's before us is just a giant powder keg, so I'm pretty sure that's the spark we need.
You do it from about 2 miles away. I mean, real life.
Alright. The real question is who knows how to use a fucking tank?
Is there a video on MeTube we can quickly watch that will show us how to do this?
I was just thinking that.
MeVid. MeVid.
No.
My scroll.
Oh my goodness. You're like the fucking dog who
DIY
caught the
Insurrection
car.
Acts, Part 3.
Oh. Well, then we just, torture the nice tank operator until he teaches us. Or shoots himself. I mean, he could shoot it himself. I'm not picky.
I mean, I feel
We might inspire the individual to do this instead, in the good way,
Well,
rather than just kill them. I happen
that
to
would be better.
I've been carrying around that talon now of patriotism for quite some time. So just put the old jacket on him and be like, hey, remember what you're fighting for. Maybe we can just inspire the mighty tank gunner to do the right thing after we, kill half his crew, or not. We don't necessarily.
All right, well-
we could just have him help us do this. The shot heard around the world. We can do this in a nice way.
all right. then
Don't look at the guy that just manipulated another Garou into becoming a mafia boss, okay? Like, don't.
Manipulated, backed into a corner.
He wants to get all shitty about it. They fucking love that stuff. Just tell the Shadow Lords to get the fuck over it. They'll be fine.
They don't really like it when you play their game against them, so.
Exactly right. We've been getting played this entire fucking time, so you know what? Like, thank you for saving us when we had the kid, but I knew what you were up to. Fuck you. You're welcome.
all right, I'll
Anyway.
admit.
I think we could probably get around a tank crew, especially if there's protesters, and then see through the love of your deviant tribe that maybe you could get them to turn their gun on the oppressor instead of against the oppressed. What do you think?
And this is just thinking out loud, tapping into what Sean just said. Because there are throngs of people, what are the chances that we maybe find a protesting group of veteran tank crew members that were in a war? And I don't know, they're reinvigorated through some supernatural talent means.
Getting veterans to it is also a possibility, yes.
All right. I'll admit, it's possible that all of this killing of cops and soldiers has made that my go-to. It has been remarkably easy.
You've had a hammer for a while, so everything looks like a nail, kind of thing.
Well, when they're made of nails, yes. But
literally and figuratively.
You've already made the Red Talons happy, Kyle. Tone it down.
consider me convinced. All right.
Oh.
I think this means we're going to be kind of swarming toward a group of protesters near a tank somewhere, and the hope is that maybe we can convince them. I can go via the Umbra, and you can appear inside the tank, which would be hilarious.
Oh yeah,
If
the
you would
lens
suit it.
that's in there.
I can just throw Kyle into it, or throw somebody into it if need be. But yes, they have plenty of shiny. I mean, they say they have plenty of monitors and things inside of a tank that are reflective.
Yeah, that could work. I suppose our approach will differ based on if there are actually protesters around that particular tank. But yeah, let's find one and figure out the plan from there.
You find one. It's not hard. There's protests happening everywhere. So, step 2, please.
All right. Well, let me preemptively activate persuasion, I guess.
Activated.
Is there somebody like in that tank that's like outside the turret right now, like a person that is leading
Yes.
that little crew, or they?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
Yes.
We could approach in uniform if we can get through the crowd, obviously. Or yeah, you could just drop me into the tank, I guess.
I think there's something we can do where we can get close enough, and if there's anybody, because the thing is, if anyone's violent around here and getting super, super violent, well, that's kind of advantageous. We need to make sure they don't cause any shit, because you want to be able to try to have that guy hear your voice. So maybe we can get you up to the front and see if you can appeal to this dude. And the people around us might be helpful for that, if we get them vibing, as the youth say, too.
Yeah, if we could find someone with a megaphone, then.
You do. When someone's shouting out to the crowd, people are chanting, etc., etc.
I'm gonna take off the jacket that I'm wearing, and give it to Kyle, and say, "Look, activate this thing when you're ready to kind of make your move, okay?"
Yeah. All right.
And that's just the Liberty spirit that we've been carrying around kind of for all this time, Keegan. So it's been about a month now that he's been riding around in that coat.
Got it.
All right. So Kyle will go up to the protester with a megaphone, not wearing the military garb yet, and just kind of explain, "Hey, I am a soldier, and I'd like to try and talk to the soldiers that are in that tank and standing over there. Would you mind letting me use the megaphone?"
They agree and hand you the megaphone.
Thanks, man. And now Kyle will get dressed up in it and start heading over to as close to the line as he can get.
Okay.
So how do I activate this jacket?
You roll Gnosis.
What? But okay, 6.
All right. The spirit of liberty inspires you, gives you the right words, reads the patriotism from the men in the tanks, dropping your overall expression rolls to diff 3.
Okay. And Kyle will start speaking into the microphone. "Brothers and sisters, your oaths are not yet broken. The people commanding you do not care about you. They do not care about us. They do not care about the people. They care only for themselves and for their power. But you have their tools at your fingertips. They are nothing but old, broken men who need to be taken down. Liberty and freedom are here among us. Turn your weapons away from your other brothers and sisters and point them at the people that would sacrifice you, that would lay you down as fodder. Rise up with us. Join us.
All right, and I'll give you a bonus die for that little speech.
Sick.
Oh.
So what will you have me roll specifically?
Charisma expressions.
Okay. And that's diff 3?
I thought you said so.
God damn.
Sure is. The gun turns,
Zeb is here.
and the massive blast rings out and strikes the White House as you then start hearing guns, screams, and everything in the distance as the tank fires again and again, striking the tanks at the White House, causing confusion, radios blaring, and the like.
All right. Let's go kill the president.
All right.
Question real quick.
Sure.
Would that speech and that role have encouraged the guys in the tank? Because I'm sure there's radios and stuff. Would it have encouraged the guys in the tank to, like, speech to the other people that on their radios and encourage them to rise up and join the fight?
I mean, some are, yes, but, like, also they're firing to prevent civilian death, too, because that is the primary thing, right, that they've been inspired to do.
Yeah. Yes.
So, they will try that, but right now, they're in a tank fight.
All right, fair enough.
So, guys start rushing in.
Yeah.
All right. There's too much confusion. You're able to get in easy. As the Secret Service is there with the president, as they turn, they look at you, and they're ready to fire. What are we doing?
What if we all just turned into Krynos?
That sounds like a great idea. So, 1 rage from everyone.
Gotcha. Oh, this is technically getting into combat, so I'll use that.
Sure. As you butcher the shit out of them. They've suffered the delirium. They're just regular fucking people. You kill the president. She is down. The vice president is not here. They have kept the vice president separate from the president in these difficult times to make sure that there's at least someone still in charge of the country, given what has happened to the Congress and the Supreme Court, etc., etc.
Keegan, Zeb's gonna look into the Umbra and maybe even sense the unnatural. Is anyone that's not supposed to be here as a normal mortal fucking hanging around?
In the Umbra, there's a ton of Banes and Weaver spirits, though there is one Weaver spirit that is oddly decked out, watching this whole thing unfold.
Can we, I'm sure they also have radios and earbuds and things. Can we listen in and see if they have any news on where they're moving the vice president to?
Yes, they are moving the vice president down to a panic bunker that they'll use as an escape route out of the White House. But I thought the plan was to keep the vice president alive, just to, like, do a 180 on the policies.
Oh, okay, for sure. I did not remember that part.
If you want to kill them both, that's fine. Like,
I did kind of expect us to kill both. Obviously, maybe not right now, obviously, because keeping them separate, but they should both probably be dead, you know? Like,
fair enough.
Morally.
Sure. But it's probably too far for you to get to in this particular case.
Sure. We'll get them next time.
There you go.
Next apocalypse. No.
Anyway, it all goes down as the people cheer. You all take Hamid form before the normal people come in. So you hold up the bodies and the people cheer. Guns firing in the air. Things like that as people are calling for liberty, liberty, liberty. You are ushered out as the bone gnars of the Sept are able to get in and sweep you out before someone gets a little too gun happy and accidentally or purposefully shoots you because they want the credit themselves. And 3 more days pass as you guys kind of recover. So all wounds healed, all willpower restored. Given the frenetic nature of everything, roll a single d10 and see what your rage is over the 3 days of attempting to relax in essentially a war zone. Ooh, that's
Slightly
spicy William. That's a spicy Kyle. That's a spicy Cora.
We're all
Zeb.
pretty hopped up.
Zeb, everybody invigorated by the spirits of liberty and democracy.
And violence. Whole lot of
And
violence.
Mostly violence.
William, your phone starts to go off.
I'll go ahead and answer it.
Greetings, friend.
As you hear the distorted voice of the good doctor on the other line.
Greetings, Doctor.
I must say I did very much enjoy your rendition of Les Miserables. Very, very inspiring.
Happy you enjoyed it. What can I do for you?
I was just wondering. This seems to be more in your wheelhouse, and it is always important, of course, to ask people you know about things that perhaps you were ignorant of. How many favors can I get for this bow? I found it. It was the oddest thing. An interdimensional tear here in Los Angeles.
I don't quite know what you're talking about, but go on.
Well, it's excellent quality. Perfectly carved. It's certainly from before colonization. And it seems to have a spirit bound to it, though I haven't found it just yet. This thing's old, and it is seeped through the wood. But it seems like such a beautiful tool. It'd be a shame to break it.
Well, it would be a shame to break it. Why would you want to do that anyway?
I enjoy rainy weather. A strong breeze always invigorates the soul.
Well, perhaps we can come to an agreement where we just make it rain a little, and we'll just take that off your hands.
How do you plan on making it rain?
We have technology. Haven't you heard that we can control the weather?
Well, I know the people who actually can, though they don't seem to know how much control I have of them, but that is besides the point. You start coming this way, I'll start thinking of an appropriate trade. I still have to, well, there's interest on trying to collect this beautiful object. Given that you did push me out of my practice out west, good luck, and we'll talk soon.
Click.
And I will share my phone call with the rest of the group, specifically that they have one of the tools.
Well, this is deeply problematic because I don't think that there's going to be any deal. This is going to come back to us if he's it. That creature is devoted to the end of all existence just as much as the Storm Eater is.
I agree. We also just can't show up with the rest of the tools that we have.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good call. That would be an obvious trap where we'd all be dead pretty quickly. Appleton had a plan to go after him anyway. He might wait and take our time.
We want to call Appleton then?
You said that other part though too. I mean, who knows if all along she's being played too. This dude's taken out 2 of our elders with very little fucking effort.
So then why didn't they take us out?
I think we came damn close before Erebus, my friend.
I think we've been close many times.
I mean, we're done on the East Coast no matter what. We were going to start heading for home eventually, but fuck if I wanted to head out into an obvious trap.
We have other things we need to do anyway. No reason to go to LA any longer. Well, assuming we believe him, I suppose. But he knew it was a bow, so it seems likely.
He knows he has the upper hand. He knows we're prone to vengeance. And he's played plenty of us. He's infiltrated plenty of our cairns already. Trying to make it seem like old hat, but it's just old hat getting my ass kicked repeatedly. Where was our next planned stop after installing a crime lord and killing the president again? I kind of didn't think we'd ever make it this far.
Well, let's see. We really should visit our little one if we have to deposit these relics somewhere else.
That's a good point. I want to know if he's talking to the kid. We'll have to be careful though too to make sure we don't lead the good doctor right to them.
Yes, but we also, as we go, should probably continue to deal with the Pentex facilities that we can. Continue to get people to work against them as much as possible. But more specifically, we have to figure out what's going on with the Black Furies, I suppose. That vague, elusive thing.
You want to work our way west back through Tranquil Swamp?
I don't have any other ideas.
And there's plenty of Pentex facilities embedded here below the Bible Belt.
And it takes a couple weeks of just doing that. You are successful on basically all the Pentex stuff, going through, getting down to Tranquil Swamp. It is February 18th when you arrive. William, on the way there, you do get reports on your phone about a new disease and pandemic that's starting to spread across the world and the United States. The pandemic is being colloquially known as the Red Death, as it resembles the Black Death, except instead of black sores, red sores open. Most people die, and those who survive apparently start to show signs of violence. Symptoms include fever, shaking, and vomiting.
Pass that along.
You do, and then the next thing is that on February 12th, at that moment, a bunch of strange men start exploding into major cities and start killing just random passersby. They seem to be using chemical weapons on the regular. One of them said that a man looked almost like a giant rat as he sliced open someone's neck with what could only be called a sword made out of shattered glass.
Have I ever heard anything like that fucking before? And would like the occult roll.
Yeah.
Just to see.
Yes, you can. Into cult. We're gonna go Diff 7. This is a bit more standard Garou lore.
Nope.
Ooh. Nothing's coming to mind.
Can I spend a will part to negate a botch on that?
Yeah. And just add a success,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, a success.
You've heard of the Ratkin, class of shapeshifters in Farah who have been known to release diseases in culling humans, but you thought they were extinct.
And, I mean, we killed them in the War of Rage, I'm assuming, under the assumption that they'd fall into the worm?
Yeah. Well, also because you decided that you could do their job better than them in terms of culling humanity.
You know, there's the monumental hubris, but the reason why I'm asking for Zeb's thinking is, like, even, like, lore-wise, how much more reckless is that than normal? But
so,
he wasn't there during the War of Rage.
Yes, exactly. So, big thing is that there's not a lot of legends about them falling to the worm. The big thing was that the Garou thought they could do it better, and the Ratkin refused to bow. Cora.
Didn't we run into Ratkin in New York in the sewers, like when we were like...
You sure did.
Cleo.
Sure
yeah.
did.
I knew that sounded slightly familiar.
Like episode 1
yeah.
of the series, yes.
Yeah.
Well, before Zeb and Mark and William joined.
Look, we can't remember every earth-shattering thing that happens.
And
There's
It is Gaia's great punishment that you all
surely you
before
can.
the
You
nation.
have an eidetic memory. You took that merit.
But even to remember that I need to remember something is a travesty.
Okay, but okay. There was one that we spoke to, and fuck me if I can't remember. I know that it was a teaching moment and a learning moment for Cora to not take things at face value, take people at face value. I remember that much. Did we didn't end up killing that one, did we?
I don't believe you did, and it is, maybe you should go back and re-listen to episode 1 before we come back.
Yeah, before we reconvene.
Yes. Alright, but you are at Tranquil Swamp. You've got some shit to discuss with the Black Furies, and we will find out how all that shakes out next time. Thank you to everyone who listened. We'll catch you in that next episode. Bye.
Bye.
See you then.